Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Mozu Mobile Report. How are you this morning? It is by the time you see this, it's a dark Tuesday morning. Just had the big weekend, the big Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving was last Thursday. So, did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Were you able to get out and see friends and do things? The old man was. I was able to get out and relax. We went and visited friends. There were a whole bunch of folks there, got to go and relax and didn't have to cook, didn't have to clean up too much. It's amazing. It's always a good thing to do it like that. We did host for 8 or 9 years, 15 to 20 people for a long time. So this is year 2 of just chilling, which is really, really good. So if you did have the time off and you're not stuck in retail, which I hope you're not, and if you are, I hope that the shoppers were polite. What did you do with the rest of your weekend? Myself, on Saturday, I went out and saw the movie 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, starring Frances McDormand, Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, and a bevy of other actors. I've been looking forward to this film since this spring. My buddy Lars earlier this spring was like, dude, check out this trailer. I think you're gonna love it. I checked it out, and yeah, I was like, oh my god, when is this coming out? I have to see it. Got excited 2 weeks ago. Thought, oh my god, it's out. Yeah, 4 screens nationwide. It was out that week. Yeah, I didn't get a chance. Obviously, Tucson not being one of those 4 screens. However, did get to see it this Saturday morning on a matinee. Took off, went, hung out with Lars, and watched this movie. And it was damn good. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to. All I'm going to say is I'll talk about it a little bit, but nothing that you wouldn't have seen in the trailers as far as actual scenes. Frances McDormand, obviously, if you've seen the trailers, is her name's Mildred. She lives in Ebbing, Missouri. She has a son, is divorced, and approximately 9 months prior, her 17 or 18-year-old daughter was raped and murdered. And the cops haven't found anything. And Mildred doesn't believe that they're looking very hard. So, as a very angry woman, she rents out space on 3 billboards outside of town that you can actually see from her house, and she calls the cops out, as in the what the hell. Now, this is a small Midwest town. I'm not making stereotypes. The movie does. This is not a town where the police force is thought highly of. And you'll see that Sam Rockwell's character is a deputy named Dixon, who, for lack of a better term, would be the main antagonist of the film for most of it. Although Mildred could be considered an antagonist. The guy in front of me wants to go really slow because I came up behind him too quick. Now he's pissed off. That's great. Come on, dude. All right, so the movie proceeds. She rents the billboards. I'm not going to call them hijinks because it's not funny, but the story ensues. It takes some twists and turns. I mentioned on my Stardust review, the story takes some twists and turns that I wasn't expecting from the trailer. It gave a lot more depth to the movie, even than I thought there was going to be. There's some surprise things that happened to some characters that, when it happened, I was just like, oh, well, where do we go from here? And then redemption arcs and things like that once again, I didn't expect. So bravo to the director, his last name is McDonough. He also directed 7 Psychopaths and In Bruges. So if you've seen those, you know that he's pretty good stuff. I was definitely impressed with that film. I think next week or the week after, I'm going to start putting together my top 10 for the year. So we'll have that information for you guys if you guys care at all. And if not, then don't watch this, because that's what I'm going to talk about. Yeah, so that was 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. TV-wise, Jamie, the amazing partner to Mozu Productions and my best friend, she convinced me to watch RWBY on YouTube about a year ago, or maybe not even a year ago. It's a piece of animation done by Rooster Teeth Studios. That is a play on, yes, even though my friends haven't heard me use it in forever. My favorite cuss word or phrase, which is cockbite, rooster teeth, cockbite. I love it. You may know them for Red versus Blue, which they still do, but they've expanded into a million things. Lessa, my niece, and I watch RWBY every week. That it comes out every Sunday. So watched last night's episode or yesterday's episode, and it was really, really good. This is 2 weeks in a row, more of a story episode where they're bringing the characters back together. It's episode 5 of season 5. So yeah, really good stuff. If you get a chance, I highly recommend it. Check out RWBY, RWBY on YouTube at the Rooster Teeth channel. It's definitely worth your time. The animation style, when you first see it, it's weak the first 2 seasons. They were trying something really cool. Every year they're able to put more money into the animation, and now it rivals and or is better than most quote-unquote mainstream anime. So check it out, and the story should draw you in regardless. It did me. So, and I'm all about the story. That's it. And that's why I'm so picky about movies and stuff. It's about the story. If I want to see things blow up, I can just go on YouTube and watch a clip. I don't need to watch a Transformers Michael Bay Explode-a-Fest. Also on TV, I started checking out a series on Netflix, also recommended by Lars, called Godless. It's got Michelle Dockery from Downton Abbey. It's got Jeff Daniels, not playing anything from Dumb and Dumber, not surprisingly, and a whole bunch of other folks. It's a Western, in late 1800s, someplace, I'm not exactly sure where the main town is. It's somewhere around the New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona border. Really well done Western. If you're into that, the story so far is really, really good. I keep thinking that there's a slight supernatural element somewhere into this. It's like 8 or 10 episodes. They're calling it a limited series. So I don't think it is a Netflix original. I don't think they're planning on doing a ton with it. I think they're going to tell these 10 stories and be done. But so far, it's really intriguing. I got the wife into it too. We watched episode 2 last night. Definitely worth taking some time out of your day and checking out. What are you guys watching? What kind of stuff are you guys spending your time on? I still need to watch Punisher. I know, bad nerd. I've got to take some time and get to that. Part of the reason that I haven't done Punisher yet, and I guess we might as well get to that, is what's Mozu doing? This weekend, Mozu didn't do a ton. We had a play test on Tuesday. No, we did not have a play test on Tuesday. We were supposed to, but things kind of fell through. Fez came by and he and I joked around, watched some TV, but didn't end up playing anything. Jamie was sick. That's why. That's now that I think about it. The old man's memory, it's not so good. But what I did secure this weekend is the first date in January for the Mozu game demos here in Tucson. January 14th, it's a Sunday, down at Isle of Games, which is on Broadway and Pantano here in Tucson, from 12 to 4. We are going to be in-house, probably just me, but going to be in-house demoing. At minimum, The Hunt, probably The Hunt and Nova Dash, and or something else, but we'll have 2 games there. And I also yesterday had a meeting with Amazing Discoveries, and we are setting up time and dates for February to go down there. And everybody seems to be behind it, which is great. I appreciate that. These guys have always been supportive. And yes, we are setting all that up. So if you are a local and you would like to try the games that you've heard about and not at Tucson Comic-Con or RINCON, and come on down. Again, we'll be talking that up. I'll have flyers coming soon and everything else to start promoting the hell out of those events, because I'm really happy. That's a good step in the right direction. On The Hunt, just printed out the newest board. Got it all laid out onto the foam core and everything. It looks really good. I've got to get a few more dice. I've got to break down and just buy some cubes. I need, we're using 12 millimeter dice for that game, and I need to break down and just get cubes of dice for what I need. Spend the 30, 40 bucks and just get what I need. I'm getting really annoyed with the speckled dice with the lighter pips, no contrast. It's just getting kind of annoying. I'm also trying to build up a second copy of The Hunt. After the Unpub on January 9th, I'd like to have a copy of The Hunt to send out to someone to play test. Just saying, you know how to get a hold of us. The social media stuff will be at the back. Looking to send it out for about a month, get some folks to play test it. Just printed out a new rule book. If you saw my Facebook post last night, that was what I was talking about when I printed something that wasn't worth it. Yeah. Oh, Office Max, you and me, we're going to talk. That's a whole nother story, though. Let's see. What else is going on? We've talked about movies. We talked about the Thanksgiving weekend. We just talked about a little bit about what Mozu is doing. What kind of games do you like to play, guys? Obviously, Jamie and I have a ton of notes. We have games in the hopper. We've been focusing on Nova Dash and The Hunt for the last bit. What kind of games do you guys like to see? What kind of games would you be interested to see from Mozu? I mean, that's, those are some of the things that we need to know. How much you guys want to make a bet there's going to be a train up here that keeps me from getting across on a Monday morning? Let's hope not. So, we got all that. What else have we got? What else have we got? Christmas, big plans. What are you guys doing? Are you going out to see family? Are you looking to spend a lot of money this year? Is it going to be lean this year? We're actually cutting back on gifts. A lot of the local friends here for the Jack clan have had the children's. And so we're going to start focusing more on getting the kids gifts and less on the adults. So that should save me a little money. We'll see on that. And if Oliver's out there listening, yes, I'm sure he's counting the ums. Oh, one thing that's going on in my life personally, had to skip the weekly mountain bike ride. Got out to the trailhead this Sunday, and the wind was gusting and blowing in not such a good way. Unfortunately, that seems to be how it goes here in Tucson. In the summer, it's too hot, so you have to get up with the butt crack of dawn, be on the trail by 6 in the morning and off by 9. And then in the winter, while you can get up later, it just seems like the wind is in your face and it's pushing you all over, so you end up riding at night. So last night, I spent about a half an hour winding the cords for my light on my helmet through the helmet and Velcroing it all in place. It looks like a big old Frankenstein's monster holding the cords up out of the way, but everything's self-contained, which is always nice. And so probably starting next week, or maybe even this weekend, the old man will be out dodging cactus at night again, which is always a game all unto itself. For those that have never hit a cactus coming off a bike, don't. It's not a lot of fun. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and cut this short today. 13 minutes, that's not too bad. But truly, if quite a few of you guys seem to have watched the show last week, I appreciate that. Send me something. What are you guys interested in? What do you guys want to talk about? All the social media links are at the end. As I turn this off, that page will flash up. Hey, railroad tracks, no train. Send me a message. Let me know. Hey, Eric, talk about this. Things like that. Let me know what's going on in your lives. Let's start a conversation. If you haven't noticed, I like to talk. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys? Well, hey, listen. You guys have fun. One last quick thing for Mozu. We might start live streaming some stuff. And if I have my way and Jamie has her way, she might be doing her own video blog once a week about life and everything in general. So, until then, Mozu watchers, I hope you guys have a great week. Send in some stuff and we'll talk to you guys again, I don't know, next week. Until then, bye.